Douglas Plays here. We're going to be playing some more of Croc, Legend of the Gobbos. So, we're up to World 3, Level 5, Leap of Faith. I've recently started building the mini Millennium Falcon that has 11 paper bags. I'm just repurposing the empty paper bags for coasters and soft landing packaging. I also have been able to talk so much on ChatGPT because it's really fun and everything. Fiona made a video. Hi Doug. Oh hi Mom, how are you doing? Whoa! 2 imp shooting. 1 tough crocodile. The camera only pans left and right. Oh wait. It can also pan up and down if you're only on ground. Not on platforms, I think. Yeah. ChatGPT and I were talking about celebrities. We were doing video game ideas. I was talking about, like I said, the Lego Millennium Falcon. Well, it's sort of mini. What happened to the little guy Croc rescued from the cage? Did Croc eat him? No, actually, when you save the Gobbos circle around Croc for 2 seconds and then disappears like that. Right, I need to sort of figure out what to do next. So the Gobbo is free now. That's nice. If I was interested, see? Sort of like that. So if I was sort of into parkour stunts, it'll take me at least decades and decades to do athletic jumping like this. Now, while we're on the topic of spooky music, I believe spooky music was used in some Cartoon Network movies, such as Ben 10, Race Against Time. The live-action Ben 10 movie where they used the theremin to play the alien transformation music. Now, here's another fun fact. Sammy Metafiglio says, "Hi Doug, hello Sammy, how are you doing?" That is a fun fact. Enjoy Croc. Aw, thanks. I'm doing alright, Doug. How about you? I'm doing great. Just waiting for wooden flying platforms to reappear so I can actually proceed to the next area. 18 lives remaining. Good thing I went back to the snow world just to collect a bunch of extra lives. The platforming in this game looks tricky. Alright, have fun. Bye Sammy. See you next time when you visit us. You know, I feel like there are some music elements that also that's also in a Xbox classic game, Voodoo Vince. You know, oh, hi Doug, hi Melissa, how are you doing? With platforming moments like these, you can't take your time. It's gotta be a quick second reaction if you've got cat-like reflexes. Well, I can't jump on to that tiny island in the middle of the tar pit. I swear I don't have the intention to waste lives deliberately. It'd be great if Croc had some kind of a, you know, grip grab move so that I can cling on to you know, floating or falling platforms later. I hope you have cat-like reflexes like Scruffy. Either the imp just killed me with one touch, or I might have discovered some kind of glitchy death glitch. Can you rewind the scene like you did in Yoshi's Island? Sadly, no. You can't rewind time in the game Croc, Legend of the Gobbos. Croc, Legend of the Gobbos is developed by Argonaut Studios. Yoshi's Island is developed by Nintendo. They're 2 different games. Did you know that collecting crystals in Croc Legend of the Gobbos is the means for you to survive in the game? If an imp attacks you, the crystals will scatter out of his body. I'm glad you are collecting a lot of crystals since they help you survive in the game. Well, that's a very good fact. It's like in the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise that you need to collect rings in order to survive in the game. Okay, you know what time it is, right? Life collecting time. That's why I go back to the snow and ice world and collect as many lives as I can. Because, you know, it's a really great strategy and it's effective. Crossing these platforms is all a matter of perspective. Just wait for the platform to rise and then I could just do this. Oh, back in my childhood days, I used to play the Sega Master System game Otterfent. Do you know what an Otterfent is? An Otterfent is part otter and part elephant. Yeah. I did play something cute on a computer many years ago. I feel that everyone is still working on the game Billy Bust Up. It's a rhythm musical based platformer, I think, and everyone's been collaborating for the game. I wonder if it's still in works. This time, I'm aiming to collect a total of 40 lives and see how I can go with that. It's like in Yoshi's Island for the Super NES or Game Boy Advance, the vocal version on Game Boy Advance, where you can keep trying the same minigame over and over, because there are two differences in the Super NES and Game Boy Advance version. In the Super NES version, if you happen to win or lose, the doors to the minigame will be barricaded by wood or wooden planks. So in the Game Boy Advanced version of Yoshi's Island with music and vocals, you can pretty much go back into that minigame and keep grinding for items there. And eventually I managed to collect the key after defeating one of the recycled slime bosses from World 1. The best advice I can take for life, for real life, is play to what you know. It'd be great if the extra life hearts are silver and gold, because silver is worth 5 lives, gold is worth 20. What was slightly disturbing about the game Otterfence back then is you've got a art concept of the Otterfant just trying to run away from a barricade of fire, and I was thinking that the Otterfant happens to be shooting projectiles of candy from the trunk, but it kind of flies like that. What's really infuriating in some Sega Master System games like Fantasy Zone is that you'll lose your current power-ups and everything if you take one hit damages each time. And that's really annoying. Oh. And if you're buying powerful items like a beam or a 7-way shot, it's sadly limited to the to time-based power-ups. What's the point of the ship having power-ups if you're going to add a timer to literally anything? You can't do that. Okay, that kind of cliche of adding time to power-ups has already been done since Super Mario 64. You'll get like a 20-second music if you're Metal Mario. I think you'll get a 2-minute music if you're Wing Cap Mario. Collecting lives is a very fun strategy indeed. If Croc himself can survive in freezing environments such as the mountains, I wonder if a chameleon is a reptile or not. Because wow, Doug, thanks for sharing so much information about different games. Well, all I did was take advice from my family, who said to me, just play what you know and don't struggle with modern games on the stream. Otherwise, if I happen to play modern games on the stream, that might be a really painful experience for my poor family. Do you know why I come to this snow level called I Snow Him Well? Well, I don't know much about the level name idea, but sounds like some kind of a reunion speech, or was anyway. Oh, there's this one game that I happen to enjoy the most, and that's a Microsoft classic game called Voodoo Vince. It's about a voodoo doll that uses his powers to make the bad guys feel his pain, and if you like using self-defense that much, well, that could get you into trouble. But it is sure a lot of fun listening to all the knowledge you are sharing as you play. Oh, thanks! I even know the lyrics of the song from the game Voodoo Vince. Vince the voodoo doll. Dun 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 dun. And that's not all! He can make the villains go crunch against the wall. He'll be using voodoo powers all over town. He's just a funny little fella with burlap and thread. That causes villains dread. His anatomy's still not quite correct, but he still beat up bad guys with thread. Vince the voodoo doll. I wonder who voiced Cosmo in the game Voodoo Vince. Like Cosmo the Inscrutable. So here's the gameplay difference from the demo version of Voodoo Vince and the full game version of Voodoo Vince. In the demo version, Cosmo the Inscrutable doesn't have pupils for his eyes, so it made him look a little scary. In the full version game of Voodoo Vince, however, they've managed to put pupils on his eyes, which make him less intimidating. I wonder if the voice actor of Cosmo the Inscrutable was also the voice actor for the Kirby TV show character Chef Kawasaki, I mean. Here's the thing about Croc. As you're scaling on moving platforms or quick-second hovering platforms, you gotta be quick. You can't take your time. Okay, I better go with 48 lives and see how I do. I really love that falling platform sound effect, like from Looney Tunes, developed by Warner Brothers. It's like, show! And whoa! Now, gotta find that spark that leads me out of this bonus room. The game I'm playing right now is Croc Legend of the Gobbos, and anytime you enter a bonus room, the sound effects are like, sure what? In fact, the video game Pac-Man World 2 utilizes the same sound effect when collecting checkpoints, so that you could respawn to where you've died. Now, isn't that useful? Sure what? If I happen to press the right shoulder button for an example, I bet Croc will have some kind of creature with a pair of wings, and that allows him to hover across large gaps. Talk about handy. But we can all dream, can't we? Here comes a Castlevania quote from the PlayStation 1, or some kind of 3D gaming console. What is a man? A miserable pile of secrets! Have at ya! Man, that line is so cheesy. Ah! Pixel! I won't have to worry about consistently dying in a game because I've got 50 lives. The effective strategy to collect lives really helped out. As I pointed out in Chat GPT, the mini Millennium Falcon has all these Star Wars characters, but just in stud form. Now, if I happen to not buy anything for a huge while and pack my lunch each time, I think I can save up a heap of $20 to eventually make $1,000 in my Mario bank. Banjo the Bear has a flying creature named Kazooie. Why couldn't Argonaut do the same with Croc? If Croc had a some kind of flying animal or creature in his backpack, then I wouldn't be worrying about wasting my lives just dying on pure bad luck. Fio Metafiglio. Doug, this has been your best live stream ever. You have been entertaining us with information and interesting facts while you are playing. You really sound like you are having fun. I'm getting some rocket robot on wheels vibe here. So here's what I do in the game. I go to the level paint misbehaving and color scheme rocket with half green and half orange. Quit the game, go back in. When you are having fun, that makes it a lot of fun for your audience. Well done. Go back in, go to the boss world, JoJo world, and JoJo's world is mostly a obstacle course based theme park full of cannons and other horrifying and sadistic booby traps. So after you throw a bomb or a grenade against the JoJo world barricade, there's this giant bladed fan that slowly approaches you, sort of like this, and that kind of pattern triggers me in the most negative manner. Kind of like when James Rolfe himself explains that he has this psychological complex where that whenever there's a video game pattern that does this or this, he gets really mad. Like, don't mess with him. It'd be a lot easier if these tiny island of platforms slightly tip over and I can scale to the next, but no. I'm just imagining that pressing B and X will cause Croc to double jump, but there's no such move. It could have been a lot more useful if there was Croc's face on the gong, and you've got this weird bird-like creature in Croc's backpack that would help you hover across medium gaps such as this. No problem. Oh, by the way, in Rocket Robot on Wheels, if you dive into a body of water, that's your paint disguise washed off, and the color coordinated guard won't let you pass. It wouldn't be worth it if you're going to spend the montage of getting randomly splattered with paint coming out of paint cannons. I really bet that climbing these tiny platforms is miserably painful. I think Spyro the Dragon belongs to Activision, whilst Croc Legend of the Gobbos belonged to Argonaut, the developer that created the Nintendo 64 game Buck Bumble. Bam! Ba 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 bam! What is it think of the Buck Bumble? What Jim Health? Buck Bumble. Buck Bumble 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 Bumblebees Buck Bumble. Buck Bumble 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 Bumblebees Buck Bumble. Buck Blue Boogaloo Bees Buck Buckaloo Bees Bees Vedder up Venom, up, Venom. Marcus, Bullshiller, dip. I couldn't master the cheat where you get to play as Dark Stinger. Seriously, the only cheat I can master is all arsenals in, Buck Bumble. In the Donkey Kong games, if you happen to, die over and over again, then Donkey Kong's friend, which is, Silver Fur and, Yellow or Blue Tie shows up, and you can ask him to, pass any hard levels. This is a pretty sadistic level. As Darby from Blue Television Games once said, I can do this. We know that I can. I call this platform peril. Indeed, a platform peril. Plenty more lives left over. Maybe I could have gone with 80 lives to get through this contingency. If Mumbo Jumbo from the Banjo-Kazooie franchise can make platforms huge, I bet that Argonauts themselves could have created a similar character that can use magic to make tiny platforms huge. That way it's a lot more easy to navigate these kind of difficult environments. But no, you've been persevering with this level for a while. Good job. Do you feel like you need a break to recharge your batteries? Well, alright. I'd like to thank my family for joining my chat on the stream. It's been a blast, and the next time I play this game at home, I better keep grinding for some more extra lives and coming back to this level, so I can keep playing it over and over until I get better at it. So see ya everyone. Bye Mom. Bye Sammy and Mel. Thanks so much. It certainly has been a blast.